Hey guys, Lacey here. It is nice and early on Wednesday, and I'm channeling Luthen today with my black hood. That being said, man, was this an episode, a finale for Andor Season 1. So I'm going to give my initial reaction to this, and then hopefully you've seen it already, because spoilers. This show has like really thrown me for a loop. It's really exciting. It's really meaningful and grounded in like things that we're dealing in the real world. The action definitely picked up on this episode. I really enjoyed kind of once again those parallel stories between each character and what's going on, and it's building to this big great moment. I'm so glad that Marva got her big speech. We had talked about that last week, how she like kind of died off screen, and I was like, why would you get such a great actress and then not have her have this big moment? And she totally did. Like, I was in my eyes were tearing up. Like, it was such a meaningful speech that could be, you know, reflected into real life, into history and things that are happening now in the world. And sometimes, a lot of time, it's nice and difficult at times to watch something that reflects such important ideas and situations back at you that you're dealing with or the world is dealing with. But it was very meaningful and moving and inspiring. And I remember weeks ago we had talked with James about how Rogue One, like, is it really hopeful or is it more inspiring? And I agree that this show definitely is inspiring. It has its like gleaming moments that kind of pull out of the darkness of doing the right thing, of fighting for the greater good, which is what Star Wars is all about. I'm happy that Bix got out. That was like my number one priority with this episode, was making sure that Bix was okay, and I'm glad that she is. Man, the tension in the beginning when the shop owner's son was building that bomb, I was like, oh my God, are they going to put it in the brick? Because that's what everybody was saying. What's going to happen? But I thought that the kind of all the action and sneaking around with Cassian was tense, but like in an exciting way, whereas I feel like some of the other episodes were just tense and like uncomfortable. But man, I can't wait to see where this season goes with that ending, with Luthen smiling at Andor, knowing that like this is it. We finally got to hear the manifesto, which was crazy. I really hope Cassian ends up releasing that into the HoloNet or into the world so other people can hear it, because it is so super inspiring. The one thing that kind of was interesting was Cyril and Deidre's little moment. I thought, I knew he was going to save her at some point. It was pretty obvious. But the point where she's getting dragged away, I was like, oh, she might actually get hurt during this like riot. But there's this like tense moment between them, which felt romantic. I don't know if I'm the only one. It was like a weird kind of like, what is happening here? But it wouldn't surprise me if they do end up getting together, because they both are like crazy. That being said, I think it sets it up nicely that Cyril's going to get her role in the next season, which I think, it was bad enough having her in her role within the group of people that were kind of just like kind of pulling that thread. But it's going to be even crazier if he gets a role in that, because as we know, he's heard Luthen's voice. Like, he has an idea of like who Luthen is. So that's dangerous for him. But I'm glad my boy B2's okay. Glad Bix is okay. Glad Brasso's okay. It's amazing that a lot of these characters made it out, because as we know, Star Wars likes to kill people. But yeah, I can't wait to see where this series goes in the next season. They just started production this week, I believe. And man, was this a good episode. This was a really good episode. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you tonight on TRB Live here on the YouTube channel. And we'll discuss everything about this episode, and I'm sure into the series, this season so far. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lacey Gilleran, and as always, may the Force be with you.